Don't you dare.
Here we go again.
I'm ready.
You going all the way? Are we doing this, Tech?
I don't know what he's doing.
420?
Make the man cry.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna be hearing that for the rest of the stream.
There was only 6. Disappointed.
I don't think he's done.
I mean, you can do like one more and it'd be like 6.9.
He's gonna do 6, and then he's gonna do 9.
He's gonna take a break.
Gotta pace ourselves.
I feel like these 6 are taking forever to come through the soundboard. Seriously, how are they still coming through?
They're doing their best.
I'm now actually curious if I could get banned from other people's channels just doing 1 bit at a time.
Some people probably don't have 1 bit turned on for the alerts.
Right.
We should do that to Stacy.
I don't
Taste
think
of
she
her
has
own
1 bit
medicine.
turned on for the alerts. I'm trying to remember what I have text-to-speech turned on for. It's either 100 or 300. Because I saw that could become problematic if it was just 1 bit. Oh, this is getting chaotic. Tech, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm proud of you.
No.
Same.
No.
We support you, Tech.
They're lying.
We stand tech.
Four,
I mean-
420.
No.
Live your best life, tech.
No, you don't.
No.
Don't let the man bring you down.
Right.
Think about the children. Tech.
Aren't
What are you
we all
doing?
children, though? There we go. It's what the children want. I don't-
For $6.
12.
I don't think
15.
telling
16,
him to look through the eyes of a child is
17.
the best
Helpful.
way to go about this.
No, probably
19.
not.
20. 21.
Yeah.
22. 23. 24. 25.
For all your accounting services, we got Sonic.
Sonic and Co.
28. 29.
Sonic and Co.
31.
Yes, Sender, I hear you.
You do hear me?
I hear
It's
you.
getting
34,
weird. This
35.
microphone is weird.
36. 37.
You're
38.
just walking around
39.
meowing at the walls.
40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45.
I love when things
46.
say like food
47,
things
48.
say a medley, like a vegetable
49,
medley.
50,
I just imagine
51,
someone like writing a little
52.
song, like a
53.
medley of
Vegetables?
like, carrots and green peas.
55.
Making a little song.
6. 7. 58. 59.
A
60.
medley of vegetables.
No. Oh.
Tech, keep in mind the stream ends in 17 minutes.
64.
They're going quicker.
65.
Let the man use his bits.
67. 68. 69. 70. 71.
No, he's not.
72,
What? No.
73.
No.
74. 76.
Yes.
77. 78.
So generous.
79. 80. 81. 82. 83.
You better thank him
84,
for every single
85,
bit individually.
86.
Cheddar? What?
87.
What cat
Is there
was
like a
that?
88.
counter app
89.
I can hit space
90.
to add to the counter?
I'm so
91.
happy that this
92.
genuinely brings
90.
joy to Sonic.
94.
Um,
95.
Can we have
96.
this family?
97.
Okay, we'll need you.
98. 99. 100.
That's it.
1,
Mm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
So we're teaching kids how to count on this stream.
8,
We
9,
are thinking
10.
of the children.
11, 12,
Oh no.
13,
You're right. That's probably what his excuse was.
Yeah.
14,
You told me to think of the children.
15,
hmm
16,
Educate them.
Order it on
17,
Amazon.
18, 19, 20, 21, 23,
Oh,
25,
yes, between.
26, 27, 28, 29,
What?
30,
What are you yelling at?
You know
31.
what I'm actually curious about?
32.
Okay.
You would think
33,
Twitch would be
34.
like, we might need to spend a
35.
little extra time processing
36.
these.
37, 38, 39, 40,
Yes, I
41.
hear you.
42,
What?
43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53,
Mhm.
55, 56, 57,
No, no.
58, 59,
Sit down.
61,
I can only imagine how confusing this is for him to hear you
62.
counting on a delay.
64,
Honestly, I was thinking the same thing. If I was him, I would have muted it like long ago just to be able to
67.
focus.
He probably did.
68, 69, 70, 71, 70. I've lost count.
Oh, no.
73,
Oh my god.
74, 75, 76,
You made that one.
77,
Can I change the alert speed?
78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 90, 93, 94, 95.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you.
96, 97, 98, 99, 200,
Alright, it
One.
was at 10 seconds per
2,
alert. I am saving it to 5 seconds.
4, 5, 6,
Let's see if it actually takes effect.
7, 8, 9, halfway there. 11,
Yay!
12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Actually, there's no way it's gonna take effect.
17,
It has the wrong image. Where's this
18.
coming from?
19, 20, 21, 22,
Oh, my text-to-speech was
20.
500. Let me change that to
24.
300.
25, 26, 27, 8, 29, 30, 31, 32, 53,
Oh my gosh,
34,
guys. People are trying
35.
to sleep.
36,
I'm not sleeping yet. It's fine.
37, 38,
Oh,
39, 40, 41, 3, 4, 5, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 54, 55, 6, 7, 58, 59, 60,
someone
61,
said the name Stacy
62,
earlier, and now I have Stacy's mom stuck
63,
in my head.
64, 65, 66, 67,
Well, she just got it going on.
68, 69, noise. 70, 71, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78,
I love the optimistic tone in
79,
optimistic tone
81,
in Sonic's
82.
voice.
I just
83.
decided to look at Stream Manager. This
84,
is interesting.
86,
It basically shows you every time
7,
something
88.
happens on your Twitch. So there's just a bunch of different bits that I can scroll
90.
through.
91, 92, 93,
I didn't know the scroll bar went
94.
this far. Oh, it stopped.
90,
Yes, Lily.
94, 95,
Yeah,
96,
that's right.
97, 98,
Just overheated.
99, 300.
Okay, buddy.
Yay!
Can you come out, please?
1, 2,
Oh, no.
3,
Down here.
4,
It's okay.
5, 6,
Come on, pal.
7,
Hey,
8,
you can do
I'm
this.
gonna play one more
9.
round.
10, 11,
Cinder.
12, 13, 14,
Really?
15,
Get out of my face, please.
16, 17, 18,
It's okay, buddy.
19, 20, 21,
There you go.
22,
See?
23,
You're fine. You do
24.
this every night.
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 34,
Alright, less than
35.
100 to go.
36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 50, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62,
We're getting there.
64,
It's less than 60 now.
I went for 5 boys.
65, 66, 67, 68,
Uh,
69, nice.
哎
70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 88, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 7, 88, 99, 400, 20 more. 1, 2, 3,
Dedication.
4, 5, 6.
Imagine he stops at 419.
Loses connection.
We're at 406, Tech. 47, 408.
Twitch
So
just
9,
shuts
10,
down his
11,
account.
12, 13. 7 more. 7 more, Tech. 7 more, right now. That's
Right
it.
now.
From the home stretch. 7 more. 'Cause we're
Are
at
you
13.
sure it's 7 more? You lost count.
14, 15, 16, 17, 19.
All right, well that's the end of the stream. Good night, everybody.
Aw.
No, because now I have found a counter. Where I will be introducing each bit individually.
What?
Like I did with the 69. I said 1 + 1 + 1 plus, yeah.
Oh, I see.
I found a counter online, so it'll make it a little easier for me to actually keep track. Oh boy.
420.
Keep in mind, the alert's gonna just keep going. After stream at this point. It'll be 2 in the morning. And Sonic with the approval. What have I gotten myself into?
What other fun numbers are
There's
there?
not any. There's no other numbers. Sorry. Actually, no. Yeah.
420 gift subs.
No.
Anyways.
Wow. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
Easy though.
Oh, there's no other numbers. What a shame. They all went extinct.
No. Natural causes.
Yes. It was natural causes.
Obsessive hunting.
Today.
There's no bits to go around. What happened to all the bits?
Oh boy.
Guys, I hear you.
I hear the alert.
Man.
Meow.
How did he get on there? Well, okay. Let's pull this over
Yeah,
here.
those bits are still coming in.
There are. They are.
Why do I have a sudden urge to book a flight with Delta?
Yes, I hear you both. Please be quiet now.
Meow. Meow.
Hmm.
I wasn't meowing at you, Angel.
Oh,
Oh,
My cat just popped up like, what? You were meowing? What? Meow. Come. But it's a baby cat.
alrighty, everybody. We have reached the point of the stream where I get to.
Were you 420 thank yous?
Let's,
A miracle,
this
really.
A little bigger. Oh, it's bleeding into the webcam. That's interesting. Alrighty. Let me get it to where I can see that on the screen. Ooh. Ooh, what did I just do? Okay. Let me get some water first.
What are we doing?
I'm gonna thank him for the 1 plus
20
1
thank yous.
plus.
oh no.
Alright. I feel like I need to do some warm-up exercises.
Piece of vocal warm-ups.
All right, Tech. Thank you for the 1 plus 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 1 hey plus 1 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 más uno 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 más
That's just
uno
more
más
syllables.
uno más 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 uno, más uno, más uno, más uno, más uno, más uno, más uno. Does anybody know plus in French?
No.
I don't know. I was gonna make something up.
Alexa, what's plus in French?
What number are you at?
Plus?
I don't
Is that
know.
what she
What
said?
did
I
you
think
say?
so. Plus un, 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 plus un. This makes my nose itch.
I think it's un de plus. Un de plus.
Un de plus.
I'm
Oh,
going to
we're going
bed.
back to plus
Good
one,
luck.
plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Good night, Parker. Plus 1, 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 plus 1. It's the number in a different order. Plus 1, 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 plus 1. I don't know what just happened. Plus 1, 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 plus 1. Why are words hard now? Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus
You're
1,
only
plus
using
1, plus 1,
words.
plus 1, 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 hey. Plus 1, 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 plus one 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 one plus 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 one yeah plus one 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 plus plus
Yes.
plus one 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 plus one
Plus one.
plus one plus one plus one
Plus one.
plus one 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 plus one. Here we go. Everybody get ready. Plus one 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 plus one.
The mazes still had air at the end.
Thank you, Tech, for that number of bits.
We did it, boys. We did it.
What did we
It was
do?
all
You-
worth it.
It was.
You didn't even have to do all that for one boop baby something.
didn't, but I did have like a 45-minute speech. So like,
Can you do the bit equivalent of what boop, Dave?
no, I cannot.
We'd
Alright,
be
do
here
pie
for
next.
That's 150,000 bits, Jeff.
now. It'd be 15,000. So
No, it's a penny.
I know 15,000. Right? No.
I don't
Wait.
know. No, 100 is $1.